So hi, I just wanted to do a little review of the Chibebe Slumber Pod, or the beanbag, and also share my interesting experience in getting them up. Mainly because I was supposed to do this probably about a month ago. I wanted to get this review up because I thought I had the actual Slumber Pod from Chibebe. But it sort of come to light when I was taking the photos to do the post that I have this label, which is, we can't see it very clearly, but it's got the retro owl. And then when I went to the website and I was having a look, I saw a notification up there about some fake slumber pods on the market. And so I emailed customer service at Chibebe. They did come back and say that retro owl was the old label and they changed to the slumber pod in early 2011. So that was a relief, but they suggested sending through some photos just to make sure it was a genuine, or the genuine article, because it does look like the Chirpy design. If you go to the website, there's different designs that you can get in the bean bags. I've also got just the standard cover so that you can unzip. This has got the cream one and it's got the harness in there where you put the baby in, and you can also buy separate covers that don't come with the harness that you can use as a toddler bean bag. Back with that I have to send them the actual bean bag for them to find out whether it is a genuine one. So here's the actual slumber pod, or the bean bag. It's actually only half full of beans at the moment because I'm having to drain it out obviously to post it. But this is the Chirpy design, or hopefully this is an authentic one, but this top piece is removable, you can unzip it. But this is pretty much the harness system there, and obviously you can tighten it. So this is where you would obviously secure the baby on here, and when you want to wash it you can unzip it, so it's just padded. But you can also, as I mentioned before, you can buy the separate piece on the website as well to use for your toddler. So it's just basically a cover without the harness system on it. And just turning that over, it's all just that one piece is the bean bag. And then for this one, I'm assuming it might be the same for the other one, but this is the retro owl label that I mentioned. But I will let you guys know if it is authentic. Also has this for ages from birth, manufactured for and distributed by the retro owl, made in China, and it's just got this warning on here. This is the zip where you can actually take off this piece, or the top piece, and then this little section down here is where you can actually get into the beanbag. For instructions, I'm not sure if this will focus, but it's got a clip there. But you can see or read the instructions on the website. You just hook it in there. So obviously it doesn't have the attachment to be able to open it. So of course it would be unsafe for small children. Once you've got that on there, you can unzip it. Fortunately for me, because I'm trying to empty it, I've gotten some beans out. But you should be able to pull this piece out and then actually get to the zip to actually get the beans in or remove them, as in my case. But the design's there as well. Would remove that once you've finished using it, so children can't get into the beans. But that is pretty much this one. I mean, I really did like it. I found that he enjoyed sleeping on this. Not for too long though, because it actually does get quite hot on there, I found. But he was using it during summer in Sydney, and it was very, very warm and toasty, and obviously babies can't regulate their temperature as well as we can. So yes, he did get quite hot lying on that for when I say an extended period, I mean anywhere more than 15 minutes. But yeah, generally the most would be probably 20 minutes, half an hour at the most. It was great to be able to take over visiting, because as you can see it's actually quite light. That's just some standard cushion sizes. So it's, well, there's a pillow. It's pretty much just maybe 1.5 times the size of a pillow all up, so the surface area. So it was pretty light. You squish it into the car to take when visiting or staying over, so they've got somewhere that they can sort of lie on or sleep on, just to lie on to have their bottle, or just a line to have a look around, and then of course you can, once it's got more beans in there, obviously you can adjust the height so it can support their head as well. When they get obviously to a stage where they're crawling and definitely walking, they won't be in here. Personally for my son, he was already out of here by the time that he could crawl. He didn't want to be in the harness. He was trying to undo the harness. He was getting too long anyway. And obviously to a point where he had the strength to try and rock it. Obviously it can't rock. You can buy a separate piece, I believe now, that you can actually turn it into strength to try and rock it. Obviously it can't rock. You can buy a separate piece, I believe now, that you can actually turn it into a rocker, but that's only for certain ages. Definitely wouldn't be using it once they are able to walk. Obviously wouldn't be on here. But they do develop at different stages. Cleaning wise, I didn't need to clean the whole bean bag. Didn't have any accidents on it, and he really wasn't on it for that long. I just had to wash this top piece. This was the colour it came with, the cream. You can buy obviously colour coordinated ones. You can get pink or blue if you wanted to do the boy-girl theme. Now, it was only a little bit frustrating for me because I sent through the photos on the 18th of December. I know there was the Christmas period, the holidays and New Year, so I expected a bit of a delay, but I did a couple of follow-ups trying to find out if the photos were enough, because I wanted to try and get this review up, because I thought it might even be interesting for people out there that have the retro owl or are going to buy it and notice it's got retro owl on it. Is it real? Is it fake? I just wanted to share that information out there. But they didn't come back to me. I just kept getting automated web to case inquiries being created. But finally on the 14th of January I asked for the third time, were the photos enough? I got a reply actually just over an hour later that morning saying that they actually remembered the conversation clearly. They had sent an email. I mustn't have gotten the email. Interesting. But they have to physically check it, so to send it, if I could send it please, they gave me my ID details that I could send with it, etc. Now I'm more than happy to send that, because I'm in New South Wales. I have to send it to Victoria, even though I have to take out the rest of the beans, then I have to pack it, I have to send it off at my own expense, just to find out if it's fake or genuine. Yeah, I find that a little bit frustrating, but mainly because I don't know why is it the material. So I did send a reply back just asking, as anyone would do, being reasonable, you want to know why is it, because you need to check the material, why. So I just asked, why would that be? And I also wanted to know, because I take it very seriously if someone says to me, oh, I mustn't have got the email. That's not just a casual thing that you say. It means that something's gone wrong somewhere, like either something maybe has been forwarded to somewhere else, maybe an inbox somewhere is full and I'm not getting all of my email. They'll be getting stuck in my spam filter, but I checked all those settings. I checked the junk mailbox. I checked all my forwardings. I went through all of that hassle to find everything seems to have been going through that I should have been going. And I also regularly send myself test emails because I've got multiple email addresses, because I've got multiple projects going on, etc. So I'm not sure about that. So I also requested a copy of that email, or at least a date, since they remember the conversation so very clearly, as they stated. I didn't get a response. After getting a response within the hour for that follow-up one for the third time, I haven't gotten anything back yet, and it's been, what are we now, the 18th, so, and yeah, it's been almost 3 days. Probably by the time I get this up, it'll be the 4th day. I'll put down below in my description box if I actually get a reply or when I get it. But yeah, just from a customer service point of view, it would be nice to have some logic as behind why I need to send it physically, and if I'm going to go to all that trouble.